Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to rappers getting ran up on. 6ix9ine, Playboi, Carti, Foolio, NBA Youngboy, etc. I'm assuming. I don't know. But it's by Hip Hop Daily. You know they always got the good shits. So let's get it.
Crazy. When you're talking that talk and then out doing shows and posting your location on social media, anything can happen. Let's take a look at a few famous rappers who got ran up on in public. 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine has made a whole.
Please, who is this, bruh? Who is running?
Up on in public.
That's gotta be Carti, bruh. That's gotta be Carti. That's the only nigga who can run like that. Who I could see running like that.
6ix9ine has made a whole career out of making himself a walking target. He's constantly dissing every other artist in the game, especially the ones who are really about that life and claims to be the toughest rapper in the industry. Even being labeled a snitch hasn't stopped him from dissing his enemies and telling the world to test his gangster. The crazy part is that no one has truly been successful at doing anything that would make him change his attitude, although many people have tried. Who could forget when 6ix9ine got attacked at the airport by some random goons? That was just a fist fight, and the rapper managed to get away without getting seriously hurt, but it was a viral moment. More recently, 6ix9ine got pressed by a bunch of Brooklyn gang members who allegedly had ties to the Wu. In July of this year, a video was uploaded to WorldStar that shows 6ix9ine getting pressed by the passengers of another vehicle while he was stopped in traffic. Whoever's recording the video can be heard yelling, "You a fucking rat," and pointing the camera right at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine just starts yelling back, and the people in the car start laughing.
That's a fucking rat. Wow.
The video then switches to 6ix9ine's perspective, and he yells back at the car, "Ain't you the big Woo?" The guy responds saying, "I'm the big Woo, yeah." Then 6ix9ine yells back, "Then move on me. Get out the car and move on me."
Ain't you the big Woo? Alright, so move on me. Move on me. Get out the car and move on me.
The dude in the other car just gets angry and calls him a but 6ix9ine keeps telling him to make a move. The car eventually just speeds away, and the video ends there. For those who don't know, the Wu is a large group in Brooklyn that's made up of smaller gangs. It's made up of Blood and Crip sets who are known to beef with another group called the Trolls. Before his death, Pop Smoke used to rep the Wu, as do other popular Brooklyn rappers.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
So by calling himself Big Wu, whoever was in the other car was claiming to be a respected gangster in Brooklyn. We already know how 6ix9ine feels about being pressed, and he reacted like he always does, by telling his enemy to do something to prove they're really about that life. 6ix9ine has managed to take trolling to a new level. He knows that it's unlikely anybody's gonna do anything to him, not because he's the toughest rapper in the world, because it would probably be a suicide mission. There is so much attention on him, and he already has ties to law enforcement, so it would be damn near impossible for anyone to really do something to him and get away with it. Even if they don't like him as a person, very few people are gonna risk their life for freedom just to prove a point about snitching if they aren't the ones he snitched on. So this is just another example of 6ix9ine pushing his luck and then somehow escaping untouched. But if you thought that was crazy, this next artist got ran up on after his attacker accused him of putting hands on his sister. Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti is another rapper who really isn't about that life. But unlike 6ix9ine, he doesn't claim to be a gangster and instead created his own lane that has earned him the respect of the hip-hop community. But that doesn't mean he can't get run up on.
This nigga really is fruity. Watch his dance.
His own lane that has earned him the respect of the hip hop
Not
community.
that.
But that doesn't mean he can't get run up on, which is exactly what happened to Carti back in February. In the video, Carti can be seen getting approached by a random dude with his camera out. He starts calling Carti a.
This is the fucking video of this nigga pretending to have a fucking strap on him, bro.
Asks, "What you pulling out your phone for, gang?" The guy responds by saying, "Cause you reaching." And Carti says that's because he doesn't know the dude. While they're arguing, Carti has his hand behind his back, out of the view of the camera, and it sounds like the guy is accusing him of having a gun on him. He tells him to put the pistol down and fight him, but Carti isn't going for it.
Put the pistol down. Put the pistol down and fight me. Put the pistol down and fight me.
He just starts clapping for the dude to show he isn't intimidated. The guy responds by saying that he doesn't need a pistol to whoop his ass. He then throws out.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Playboi Carti would probably get his ass whooped by like 90% of niggas. That's just facts, bro. Like that nigga gotta keep the tool with him, man. He's gotta keep the tool with him because that nigga's not fighting. He's not fighting.
A wild accusation and says, "If you put your hands on my sister again, I'll kill you."
Hey, you put your hands on my sister again, boy.
Ain't nobody putting nothing on this sister, bro.
Kill
You gonna
boy.
kill shit.
I'm gonna kill you. You gonna kill shit. Kill you, boy.
Carti immediately shuts him down and says that no one put hands on his sister. They just keep yelling insults at each other for a few more seconds, although Carti remains pretty calm throughout the whole video. At one point, the dude tells Carti that he ain't no real ass and that he ain't built like that. And Carti just says, if
No
you feel
shit.
like that, then it's cool. The dude then yells back, a pistol, what's your hands like? It's hard to tell what happened next because the attacker is pointing the camera at the ground, but it seems like he either throws a punch or dodges one.
Pistol, what your hands like? What your hands like? Now, what y'all wanna do? Go.
He then starts walking off, and the video ends not long after. Once the video leaked online, Carti addressed it on Twitter, writing, "I knocked bro out. He was being too crazy." He doesn't give any more details about the fight, but it doesn't seem like he was too worried about the confrontation.
I'm literally willing to say this with 100%. There's a 0% chance Carti knocked any nigga
Carti
out.
handled himself well in the situation, definitely came out on top. He didn't lose his cool,
But
he
what-
made a move after the guy made
but what
several threats.
But what if that nigga was really beating? What if he was really beating on that nigga's sister?
It's pretty bold that the attacker would continue to threaten him after realizing he had a gun. Especially because
Yeah, that nigga
the
didn't
video he was
care, bro.
recording proved Carti would have been acting in self-defense if he did decide to fire. Overall, it seems like the guy was just looking.
That's not really. I mean, yeah, because he said he's gonna kill him, but you gotta meet self-defense with self-defense. Like, you can't. If a nigga is fighting, and you use a gun, it's not really fair weapon balance, you know.
For clout and got what he deserved. He probably thought he could punk Carti because he's a street rapper, but ended up embarrassing himself in the process. This next rapper got run up on at the mall by a childhood friend, but refused to acknowledge him. Foolio. Foolio has quickly become one of the biggest up.
Oh, tell me this is when Foolio beat Lil Papa's ass in the mall, bro. Hey, I love Lil Papa's music though. Don't get it twisted. Same with Foolio's.
The rapper's from Florida, thanks to his beef with Young and Ace
And
his
Aces.
affiliates. Part of what has made Foolio blow up so quickly is his strategy of dissing his ops and his music, both alive and dead. While that tactic can help earn you some quick clout,
Tell
it
me
also
this
comes
is-
with its danger.
tell me this is where he
Both
beat
Foolio
up Papa.
and Ace have lost several people close to them because of their beef, which has been fueled by diss tracks and shit talking on social media. Plus, while Foolio was in Tampa for Super Bowl weekend back in February, he got run up on by a rapper that he grew up with. In the video,
It has to
dude
be Lil
with the name
Papa.
DGK.ChicoCity on IG.
Oh, this is. Never mind. This is a new shit then, because that Lil Papa shit was like old.
G can be seen approaching Foolio with his phone out at the Tampa Mall. At one point, you can hear him yell, "I'm finna terrorize you, little," and then keeps talking shit and yelling at Foolio. Foolio is surrounded by other dudes and just tries to avoid talking to the dude. At one point, Foolio straight up says that he's not with all that police shit and he doesn't want to talk. The guy just responds by saying, "What about all that tough shit?" And they seen who you really is in real life.
I'm saying though, all that tough shit, hey, what's up, cuz? You come to the city, that ain't it, cuz. They see who you really is. They see who you really is in real life. They see who you really is in real life right here.
Foolio just keeps saying that he doesn't want to talk to him and keeps walking away. Then the video ends without anything serious going down. After the incident, the dude who was pressing him went on IG Live and joked that he just ran into his favorite Duval rapper and that he must have been frightened because he really didn't want to talk too much.
But I just ran into my favorite Duval rapper on game. I think he was a little frightened by me because he ain't really, when I approached him, he didn't really want to talk too much. He was looking scared and shit.
He did another video later on where he told Foolio to swear on his dead homies that he didn't just run from one dude.
Put it on all your dead partners that you ain't just run from one. That all y'all ain't just run from one.
He also posted a photo of himself and Foolio when they were kids with the caption, "You was my son, dude. You can't even come on this block no more." Foolio followed up with his own social.
Yeah, that's just like. That's literally Florida. Not even Florida. That's just like hating shit, bro. Like, that's just hating shit. Like, a nigga that you grew up with, and then you get big. You made it out the hood. This nigga is still in the hood while you say you can't come back to your block. It wasn't even his block. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga like moved to a different place. I was like, bruh. Yeah, that shit is just weird.
social media
That
post
nigga, like, it's just this cloud chasing.
where he said that the dude was just a random cloud chaser and that he didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't.
He also said
That shit was
it
weird,
verse
bro.
3 and everybody got polls, but they weren't about to go to jail if he wasn't even going to do anything. Foolio did the smart thing and just ignored the man instead of letting the situation get out of control.
Yeah, that is a weirdo.
To him if he wanted to, but it would have attracted the attention of police, and he probably has a lot more to lose than the other guy. But that's the problem when you try to be a gangster and a famous rapper at the same time, especially when you made your name by dissing other people. If someone tries you, certain fans will expect you to do something. Even if it's a smarter move to just ignore it, some will say that you're not about that life unless you're willing to throw it all away. The video didn't seem to hurt Foolio too much, and he still has a successful rap career ahead of him. But he needs to be smarter about how he moves when he's in public, or the next situation might be even worse. This next rapper is...
And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I didn't even know about that whole situation right there. I didn't even remember hearing about that. I think I saw Foolio post some that shit on his IG, but I didn't know what he was talking about.
Definition of an artist with 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the streets. So when a fan ran up on him, he almost shot the dude. NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy is one of the most...
I think we all know that Youngboy has both feet in the streets. Even though he makes music still, like a lot of fucking music, that nigga's deep in the
street rappers
streets.
in the game.
Deep.
Throughout his career, he's been arrested several times and is currently facing a federal firearm charge that
For
could keep him in
Youngboy,
jail for
man.
a while. But all the jail time and street drama only seems to add to Youngboy's credibility, and he continues to do huge numbers despite being in and out of jail. But when you're as famous as Youngboy and still have a foot in the streets, you have to be on guard at all times. Back in 2018, a group of fans spotted Youngboy at a gas station and started yelling at him. When they got closer, Youngboy let him know that he was about to pull out his gun on them because he thought they were ops. The fans seemed to be pretty entertained by his comments and start going crazy. But you have to be careful about how you approach a rapper like NBA Youngboy, especially when he's...
But niggas is excited to get shot nowadays, man. Like that's what's crazy. Hold on. I bet I had to put the phone call.
Solo at a gas station. Too many people in the city of Baton Rouge want him dead, so just ignore someone shouting his name from across a parking lot. Luckily, Youngboy realized they were fans before anything got too crazy.
He was walking. I think he had the ankle monitor on and
Youngboy
shit.
realized they were fans before anything got too crazy.
I think.
It definitely would have been a bad look if he just smoked a random person in the parking lot or just wanting a picture. But the paranoia that comes with being in the streets is real, especially when you're world famous. So it's not surprising that Youngboy almost busted out his gun when he realized he was being watched. This next rapper didn't come off quite as tough and ended up running from a dude who tried to fight him outside of Lenox Mall in Atlanta.
Oh gosh.
King is a rapper from New Orleans
Who
who's
the
better known for his questionable antics than his music. From kissing his brother on Instagram Live to getting caught stealing a juice box from a corner store.
Bro, what the fuck am I watching, bro? Alright, I'm with it, bro, I guess, man.
King has taken a lot of L's in his career, but possibly the most embarrassing moment was when he took off into a full sprint after getting pressed by someone in the parking lot of Lenox Mall. The incident was captured on camera and starts out with the rapper posing with who he probably thought was a fan. King starts throwing up gang signs in front of the camera and says, "Big B shit." The dude holding the camera suddenly snaps and calls King a and says that he'll beat his ass.
Crackhead, big B shit, you a you talking about I'll beat your ass.
You can see the look of absolute terror on the rapper's face as he realizes that he might actually have to fight. He does a pump fake and then just walks away, but the dude doesn't let up.
That was the weakest pump. That was not no pump
He starts
fake.
chasing King through the parking lot screaming, "I got my shit on me." He keeps recording the entire time he's chasing the rapper as he dodges cars and tries to get away. He eventually stops running and tries to play tough while his people are around, but he still just keeps backing up as the guy filming gets closer. The video ends without anything actually happening, but at that point, the damage to King's reputation had already been done. It wouldn't have been as bad if he didn't start the video by throwing up a bunch of gang signs and talking a bunch of blood talk, only to run away scared seconds later. Overall, that's the reason why King can only go viral for his wild behavior and not his music, because fans can tell that he isn't authentic. He might want to try a different...
What? I'm glad I never knew who that nigga was in rap. But, yeah, that was rappers getting ran up on. If y'all enjoyed that video, make sure to like and sub in the comments. Down below, not in the comments, but make sure to comment below what you want me to react to in the future. Yeah, man, that's been the video. Later.